You got to build a product that the end buyer, the investor in this situation, if they're buying a 2 to 4 unit, or even if they're buying a home, that the end buyer is going to want. So one thing you guys do very well is if there's, common area space, they get rid of it. So everybody gets their own entryway. They minimize the expenses to the end buyer so that the cap rate goes up. They get a better return. So if you can build a product that the end buyer really wants, you should be able to find a buyer before you end up having to hit the market and then do the traditional marketing routes and shake the tree. If you have 1 or 2 investors that have bought properties from you before, birds of a feather flock together. Reach out to them and say, hey, do you know anybody else who's interested in an 8 cap or this sort of investment? Reach out to them. Typically, they know somebody else who wants it too.
Love it.
But if you're buying a property that is, whether it's for an investor or whether it's for, let's just say you're buying something that is in a specific school zone, ideal for a family of 4 or 5 or whatever the case is, first time home, whatever. Know who you're marketing to, and then go ahead and place ads on things like social media to fit the demographic of the person looking for it. 100%. I mean, at that point, you can, at least you narrow it down to exactly who this is perfect for. Newlyweds, if it's a smaller home, you highlight the school district, you highlight the area, you put a geographical map, because most people don't buy homes, outside of let's say 20 miles or whatever. You would know that data better than I do, but
with Facebook now, you can target market. Nick's right. So let's say it's a house. Let's get away from what we're doing, this 2 to 4 unit, and you're flipping a house in a school district or a zip code. You can target market that exact zip code.
Right.
And Facebook has become relatively inexpensive. We know it's about 50 to 70 cents a click for Facebook. If you do a real estate related Google pay-per-click, it's about $5 a click.
Right.
So use social media, put up the post in the general area that you want to sell the property in, and just hyper push that thing. And you're right, if you have a project that's upcoming and maybe you even have photos of a previous build, or you have some photos of the exterior and say, hey, this is going to be done, it's going to be this much money, done June 1st, and then get that buyer ahead of time.